Hey everybody, the cool tool I wanted to show you today is Kahoot. Kahoot is a website and app that is focused on game-based learning, and it can be used with your students for review, practice, or just as a classroom tool. When going to the Kahoot website, it'll look like this, and at the top right-hand side, you'll have sign up or log in. Since I already have a Kahoot, I'm going to click log in. When you get to the login page, you can either type in your username or your password, which will be here, or you can choose to use one of these tabs to sign in. So I'm going to choose to continue with the Google. All right. So this is the Kahoot homepage, and on the Kahoot homepage, there are a bunch of different tabs and options that you can use to browse through. So you have some widgets over here. There are some things up here at the top. So Discover, Library, Reports, Marketplace. And then there are also some what's new at the bottoms. And then it has some top picks that have been picked recently just throughout the summer. Today, I want to focus on how to create a Kahoot and also how to search for a Kahoot that's already been created. All right, so when you want to create a Kahoot, you click the blue Create button. And it'll give you two options. So it'll have Kahoot or course. We're going to click Kahoot. And I know when you get to this page, it may seem a little overwhelming, but we're going to walk through it together. Okay, so the first thing you'll want to do is make a title for your Kahoot. So I think I want to do multiplication facts. I'm a third grade teacher, and that's something that we ended the year off with, doing multiplication facts. So I'm going to do basic multiplication facts. Okay. Basic multiplication facts. You can add a description if you like, or if you don't like, it's totally optional. I'm gonna add one, and I'm gonna put products within 100. Okay. I would like for it to save to my folder, and then I'm not gonna add a lobby video. You can choose to add a cover image. It is your choice. You can do without it, or you can have one. I'm going to choose to change the basic Kahoot image and add a different one. Since we're doing multiplication facts and that's math, I'm going to click on math. And then I guess we can just scroll down because it says we have 117 images. So we'll scroll down to find one that we like. Oh, let me slow down. I'm going a little too fast. I think I like this one. All right, so I'm going to use that as my cover image. For language, I would like to keep it at English, but there are a bunch of different languages that you can choose from. That's one thing I really like about Kahoot. They are very diverse. So I'm going to keep it at language. For visibility, you can choose to make it private or public. If you make it public, others are just able to search your Kahoots and play your Kahoots, and they're able to edit them as well. For this video purpose, I'm going to keep it private. And then for lobby music, I'm going to keep it the original Kahoot pick. All right, now that we are done, I'm going to click done. All right, I wanted to show you the two options that you can choose for your question format. So I'm doing the free version. So there are two options. You have the quiz format and the true false. So the quiz is where the students have multiple answer choices to choose from, and true false is also available. The other ones, you have to either be premium or upgrade. And then you can use any of these once you do that. Anything that's blue with the white star requires you to be premium or upgrade. Okay, so I think I'm going to start off with the quiz format. So we'll do that one first. All right, so I'm doing multiplication facts. I'm going to keep it very simple. So I'll do 5 times 4, and then we'll put the equal sign. Okay. 20. And also you can leave it with 2 answer choices. You can do 3 or 4. 3 and 4 are optional. I'll do 19, 24, and 9. Okay. And since 20 is the answer, I'm going to make sure that I click the red one for 20. You'll know that you've clicked it because it'll be highlighted green. All right, and if we take a look over here on the right side, there are some other options that we can choose from and some things that we can change. So for question type, we just talked about that. So we have quiz and true false, and then there's the other options if you choose to upgrade. So I'm gonna leave it as quiz. For my time limit, we have anywhere between 5 seconds to 4 minutes. As a teacher, you'll know, or as anybody using Kahoot, you'll know the time limit that you want to have for your students or anybody that you're going to have play the Kahoot. So for multiplication facts, I think I'm going to keep it at 30 seconds. So I'll click 30. For the points, you can choose to either do standard, double points, or no points. I would like to keep this one at standard. And then we have answer options. So for answer options, you have single select or multi-select. So with single select, the students are only able to choose one answer. So like for here, they can only choose 20. For multi-select, they can choose multiple options. So I would like my problem to stay at single select. So I'm going to go through and unselect those, and then it automatically switches me back to single select. All right, before I do a true false question, I wanted to show you the slide options. So for slide options, very similar to almost everything on here, you will have your free portion, and then you will have the ones that you need if you upgrade or for the pro. So for the for the free one, you only have one slide that you can choose from, and that's the classic slide, and it looks like this. And then the rest are right here. And for the classic slide, it can only be light gray. You can only change the colors if you choose to upgrade. All right, so I'm going to choose to make this a true false slide so that we can have a true false question. Okay, for my true false question, I think I want to do 3 times 2 equals 9. Okay, so 3 times 2 does not equal 9, it equals 6. So that will be false. Also, I don't know if I mentioned it in our first question. You are able to add an image or media if you like. That is totally up to you. I'm not going to add one for this video, but in the future, if you would like to add one, you can. All right, so it's going to be false. So I want my question type to stay the same, so to stay true, false. I don't think it's going to take them 4 minutes. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to change my time to 30 seconds. And then I think I want to make this question double points. Okay. So that's all I'm going to do for this. So now that I'm done, I would like to change my theme. So for theme, you have your free themes, and then you have the ones that you have to pay for. So the professional ones and also the festive ones. But for the free ones, they give you 5 options, and I think that's pretty good. So I think I'm going to pick summer since it's almost summertime and it just looks so festive. All right, now that I've picked my theme, I want to preview it to make sure it looks good before I show it to my students. All right, so I'm going to click preview. So here's my questions at the top. The answers are at the bottom, and this is the students' time limits. And this also shows you how many people have answered so far. And the same is for our quiz type question as well. All right, so that looks pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and exit the preview. And now that I'm done, I'm going to click save. So once you save it, there are a couple of options that pop up. So you can either choose to test this Kahoot, play the Kahoot now, or share the Kahoot with others. You can also go back and edit. But for time purposes, I'm just going to go ahead and click done. All right, once you click the done, it automatically takes you to your folder or wherever you've chosen to save it as. So I chose to save it at my folder, so it'll appear here in my folder. My folder is also located in library. So if you can see up here at the top, library is purple. So that lets you know that you're in your library and your folders, and you can also see it over here. So it pops up over here. You're able to either assign the Kahoot, start the Kahoot, edit the Kahoot, or you can choose to make it a favorite, add it to a course that you have, rename it, share it, move it, or even duplicate it. That way you're able to edit it and change it up how you like. There's one more quick thing that I wanted to show you before I end the video. So if you're anything like me, sometimes when I'm in class, I think of things and I'm like, oh, we can do a game for this, or oh, we can use this as a review. And sometimes I don't have time to make a Kahoot, and it's easier for me to pick one that's already been made and edit that one. So on the Discover page, which I've already clicked on, so we're on the Discover page, you're able to go through and search for a Kahoot, and they have many options that you can choose from. They even have Star Wars, Disney. They have partners that they've partnered with. You have an access pass. You have the marketplace, which is where you can buy Kahoots. And then you also have the collections that they have at the bottom, as well as the top picks and other educators. So for this, I just want to focus on the search. I'm able to just type in what I'm looking for. So I'm going to type in multiplication. Oh, it's already up there. Multiplication facts. So on Kahoot, there are a bunch of Kahoots that you can choose from. So right here, we have 75,420 Kahoots that you can choose from. So I'll just scroll down so that we can see some of the ones that's up here. And also on here, it shows you how many questions are in each Kahoot that you're looking at. And these are the Kahoots that people have made private so that you're able to click on them and pick from them. Okay, so I'm just going to pick a Kahoot at the top. I would like something that has 20 or less questions. I'm going to click this one. I'm just going to go through and also show the answers and make sure that my Kahoot fits what I'm looking for. So I wanted something that was within 100. So I'm just going to go through and make sure that it fits and make sure that the answers are right as well. Okay, so far everything looks good. Oh, well, on number 11, it has an option to where they can pick 2, so I can change that as well. All right, so I like this one, so I'll do this one. So let's scroll back up to the top, and I'm going to favorite it. All right. So after you have favorited a Kahoot, you'll go to your library, and you will find that Kahoot there. Okay. So in library, under Kahoots, it'll have recent drafts, favorite, or shared with me. So I'm going to click on favorites. And here's the Kahoot that I favorited. So you have an option to assign it, to go ahead and start it. And you also have the option to edit it, which is where I would go in and edit the Kahoot and change it from a multi-select question to a single select. And then it'll be saved in my recents because it'll now be something that I've changed. Okay. All right, so that's something that I really like about Kahoot. You're able to search through all of these Kahoots and also make them, find one that you like, but also make it fit what you need it to fit and make it go for your students or what you're looking for. I've used Kahoot a lot in my classroom, and Kahoot has helped me promote a fun and interactive learning environment, and my students really enjoy it. So hopefully after watching this video, you guys will incorporate Kahoot in your instructional strategies and just make it learning fun for your students. I hope you enjoyed my presentation on the cool tool Kahoot. I will see you guys later. Bye.